Hello everybody, JSGC here. Just wanted to say very quickly, can everybody hear me? Can everybody see me? Is the visuals and everything okay? Of course, I've just changed up the layout for everybody to see. So I'm just hoping everyone can see me and hear me okay. Just let me know in the chats. But yeah, we're here for the live stream of the match watch-along of the Premier League game for Manchester City taking on Newcastle United, of course, at the Etihad Stadium. Not really too much to get excited about in terms of this game, really. So just here to enjoy ourselves would be my little preview, really, of this game. So let's just have a look at the teams very quickly for Manchester City. So we've gone with Ederson in goal. We've gone with Cancelo at right back again, Zinchenko at left back, Otamendi and John Stones starting. Doesn't surprise me seeing Stones. We knew he was going to be starting before the game. We've gone with a relatively strong midfield though. Rodri, De Bruyne and David Silva. And then up front we've got Riyad Mahrez, Phil Foden, who I'm going to presume is going on the left-hand side, and Gabriel Jesus up top. So some players being rested. A strong bench from Manchester City. So Bravo in goal, Kyle Walker, Raheem Sterling, Ilkay Gundogan, Aymeric Laporte, Bernardo Silva, Fernandinho, Eric Garcia, and of course the youngster Tommy Doyle as well, starting for Manchester City on the bench. So a strong team from City there. Obviously the talking points is probably going to be the defence. Cancelo, Zinchenko, Otamendi and Stones. Lots of changes. I feel like City's doing this in mind that they've got the big Arsenal game coming up next weekend, and that's the reason here that City are kind of going with changes basically. So I suspect that I know Mendy's got a little bit of an injury, so I would suspect that you would be seeing Walker if Mendy's fit to go, then Mendy for that Arsenal game, and of course City have been preferring Garcia and Laporte as their preferred options rather than Otamendi and Stones. So a good chance here for Otamendi and Stones to put in a good performance and potentially playing for their futures at Manchester City as well. But yeah, it's quite interesting. Kevin De Bruyne, no, he's in the starting 11 for Manchester City that's been named, unless I've missed something. I'll be honest, I've just been busy trying to set everything up that I've not had a chance to have a look to see if there's been any injuries that's picked up, but he has been named in the starting 11. Now for Newcastle United, just going to have a look at their team for the game. So they've gone with Dubravka in net, Yedlin, Kraft, Fernandez, Danny Rose, Shah, Jonjo Shelvey, Bentaleb, Lazaro, Richie and Joelinton. Of course, Saint-Maximin is injured, which is good news for Manchester City that he isn't featuring. Obviously a very dynamic, quick winger that can cause Manchester City a lot of problems. So I am a little bit relieved that we're not seeing him start, if I'm completely honest. But yeah, there we go. I don't know what to make of the game, if I'm completely honest. I'm not sure if I'm looking forward to the game, if I'm excited for the game or not. Score prediction for the game, I'm probably going to go with 4-0 to Manchester City. So I'm just seeing Mohammed's putting in the comments there. A 3-0 win to Manchester City. It is a good shout there. 4-1 Robert Robinson's going for Manchester City. Phil Foden, Jesus, Mahrez, Kevin De Bruyne all to score. I'm going for 4-0 to Manchester City. I'm going to go for first goal scorer for this. I'm going to go with... difficult one. I'm going to go with Riyad Mahrez would be my prediction. I reckon Mahrez is going to get a goal. YK going with a 3-1 win, I presume, to Manchester City. So let me know in the chats what is your score prediction for this game. 2-0 to Manchester City, says your mum. Love it. 2-0. I'll take any Manchester City win. Obviously, we're just needing 4 points to seal Manchester City getting Champions League football. City have had, whilst our away form has been a bit sketchy, our home form has been pretty solid since the return after the pandemic. So I reckon, yeah, another home win is what I'm going for. So Abdikadir, who's going for 4-0. Phil Foden to score. Rodri to score. A bold prediction there from Mohammed. 4-1 to Manchester City. Marie's going for, and United 2 says hello. Hello there, welcome to the stream. Hope everyone is doing good. Man United fan, I presume, from being called United 2. Would I take Mings from Villa? Would I take Mings from Villa? It depends who leaves, really. I was having this thought before. I feel like if Stones and Otamendi leave, then we need 2 centre-backs. So it maybe would make sense for bringing somebody in that would be homegrown, like an Ake or a Mings, particularly if Stones leaves. I feel like if either one of Otamendi or Stones leaves, I reckon... I was just having this thought before, like if City haven't got as much money as what is being said in the media that we've not got to spend, then potentially we could coast along. Eric Garcia, Fernandinho, obviously one of Otamendi or Stones, Garcia, Laporte, bringing in a top-class centre-back, Harwood Bellis as well. So it becomes difficult. I reckon if 2 centre-backs leave this summer for City, then maybe we might bring in 2 centre-backs as well. But I reckon if just one leaves, then I reckon they'll just try and focus their attention upon spending big, which will more than likely come in the form of either Skriniar or obviously Kalidou Koulibaly. Koulibaly with Stones. I can't see John Stones being wanted by Napoli, if I'm completely honest. I hope everyone's going to enjoy the game. Whatever happened to Upamecano? Things have gone quiet at that end. Who's my favourite Manchester City player at this moment in time? It's got to be Kevin De Bruyne. Who else has it got to be? Not really too much news from Koulibaly. I feel like City are just quietening things down until we get to the end of the Premier League season. Wisdom for Life Forums, it's your first time. Hello there. Welcome to the stream. Samuel, Manchester City fan there. Hello, welcome to the stream as well. We've changed up the format a little bit. Got live chat on the live stream. We've got... not sponsors, we've got my own promotions anyway with my social media, super chat stickers, stuff like that, a live subscriber count too. 7,000 subscribers, isn't it crazy? Absolutely. Homegrown means you've been trained in England before the age of 21 for at least 3 years, which Nathan Ake has. So you could be from anywhere in the world, as long as you're under the age of 21 and been trained in England for 3 seasons or 3 years, then you will be able to obviously be counted as homegrown. Vertigo there with the $1.99 donation. Thank you very much. It is much appreciated. Shout out to you. Tell me, where do I live? Tell me about myself. Where do I live? Well, at the moment, currently based in Greater Manchester. More about myself. I mean, depends what details you're wanting to know, really. I mean, age 24, turning 25 very soon. Been following Manchester City since 2002. I wear glasses with ginger hair. Not really too much else of details. That's pretty much it. Liking the jersey, thank you very much. Yeah, going for the retro Manchester City shirts here. Fernandinho or Guardiola? I presume we're going for a defensive midfield debate there. Well, I've never seen Pep play, so I'll have to go with Fernandinho. There we go. Sam Martinez, hello mate, hello, how are you? Thank you for tuning in and welcome to the stream. Hope you are well. So, before we get on to kick-off, which is 6 minutes away, just wanted to let everybody know in the chat, where's everyone tuning in from? Always interested in where everybody is tuning in from. What's my real name? Jason. You can call me Jay, I'll just go with that, really. That's the JSGC, Jay, yeah. Let's go with that. What about Sancho? Quality player, 20 assists, 20 goals. Fantastic player, just be very expensive for City to go and sign him, and Pep didn't sound keen that he wanted to sign him, so yeah, there we go. Jamaica, Robert Robinson tuning in from, love it. Haaland or Martinez? I'd probably go with Haaland, but I'd like to see him do at least another season, if I'm honest. Jason Bourne, I'm afraid I don't have Jason Bourne's popularity, there we go. Someone else said something before. Gamers, YouTube, hello, how are you? There we go. Would I take Arthur from Barcelona? Has he not just joined Juventus? Would I like to see Zinchenko go and play in midfield? Yeah, it's something I would like to see more. I've told City would be looking for a left-back, which potentially would either see Zinchenko leave or be pushed further forward, so I presume that would mean into midfield. He's a very good midfielder, actually, attacking midfielder for the Ukraine, so I don't know how good he'd be. He's never been played there for City. I would like it. Haaland for Aguero next season, potentially. Raheem Sterling or Rashford? I like Rashford. I think he's a very good player. Also a decent person as well. So is Raheem Sterling. I'm going to stick with our lad though, Raz. I'll go with Raheem Sterling for me. Loyalty. We're on, what are we on today? Copperberg Raspberry. First bit of the drink. As you see, it's right to the top. Not had a drink yet. Oh, that's very nice. That's very nice indeed. I like that. That's good. It's good stuff. Zinchenko did well last season. Yeah, I feel like he's just been becoming suspect. I feel like City have weak points and he's getting targeted. Is Leon Bailey coming to Manchester City? Who knows where Manchester City are going to turn their attention to if City want in a winger that's available for a very affordable price like Leon Bailey, a player that's going to be nice and quick and dynamic, shall we say, then he would be an option. Whether City are going to target him or not remains to be seen. Have I tried the new Copperberg Cherry? I did. I had it, I think it was 2 or 3 live streams ago. I wasn't keen, if I was completely honest. What's your thoughts on that? I presume you've tried it, Luke. Husamawa, any news? Not got any news on Husamawa. As far as I'm concerned, City don't seem to be targeting any central midfielders at this moment in time. $1.99 donation again from Vertigo. Shout out to you again. Fantastic. Thank you very much for the support. Nery Castillo. I do remember Nery Castillo signing for Manchester City. Was he from Mexico? If memory serves me rightly. And do I like Corona? I presume we're on about the beer here and not the virus. To which case, no, I'm not really a fan of Corona. I'm not a real fan of lager, if I'm completely honest. I tend to go with cider, hence you see me a lot with Recordlig, Copperberg, Magners, and other stuff, Strongbow, Dark Fruit, stuff like that. Likes the pear one a bit, lovely. I like the pear one. A big Man City fan, just like me. Thank you very much. Yeah, I love it. Love all these City fans tuning in. Greater Manchester is where I'm based at this moment in time. Adama Traore or Leon Bailey? I would probably go with... Ooh, that's a difficult one, actually. I'd probably go with Traore just because he's done himself in the Premier League. Would be mine. Saka or Mason Greenwood? Is that Saka or Mason Greenwood? Is that the left back we're talking, or we're talking another player? Mason Greenwood seems to be doing it all right though there at Manchester United. Thank you very much, Wisdom, for live forums. I appreciate the support. You're going for Leon Bailey over Adama Traore. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. Jadon Sancho seems to be getting a lot of mentions. Yeah, I like Jadon Sancho. I think he's a very good football player. Unfortunately, just don't think it's going to be realistic. Really appreciate my work. Thank you very much, O Nevis. Much appreciated. If you're based in the UK, then it's live on BT Sport. It's not readily available, this game, I'm afraid. Would City go for Jack Grealish? If they're looking for a winger, a versatile winger that was homegrown, then potentially would be an option. I imagine Villa will keep hold of him unless they're relegated, though. I'd like Sancho too, just think he's unrealistic. Does Gabriel Jesus have a future at Manchester City? Do you know what, Ryan? I think that is a good topic for a video. And so you're giving me a good video idea there that I'll be able to answer that in more detail. The answer to that I have, though, yes and no. Tony, hello. Hello, Dad, from home. Much appreciated. Tuning in once again. Loyalty, I like it. How is everyone back at home? Alex Tellers as left back, he would be an option. Doesn't seem to be getting linked with Manchester City all too much, if I'm honest, at this moment in time. Oh, that's what Benjamin Mendy for Ferland Mendy. Yeah, I probably would. Why not? Of all the players we've been linked with, who do I think is the most realistic? I agree, Koulibaly as well. I'm hoping we can stop Newcastle. I'm hoping City can break down Newcastle as we're just entering right towards kickoff now. So I'm just going to set up the timer so you might see a little green screen to come in. That's just me doing a very quick edit, so I apologise if you end up seeing that. For some reason, my there we go. The timer as we get towards kickoff, we'll just let it run. I'm having problems with timers, and I'm not too sure why. So there we go. Just edit that and put that up there for everybody. So 6-0. Wayne's going for Manchester City. I'd take a 6-0 win for Manchester City any day of the week, if I'm honest. Love a 6-0 win. The transfer ban, the CAS Champions League ban. We will have an update on that Monday. That's when we're going to get the verdict as we enter now right towards kickoff, as Manchester City are going to be getting us underway. But first of all, we're taking the knee the players are, and Pep is as well, for the Black Lives Matters movement. As we get right in now towards kickoff, we're like in the big clock, the big green screen before reducing it down. And there we go, we have kickoff, so my time is about a minute ahead. Vertigo with another £1.99 donation, thank you very much, very generous. I'm hoping John Stones is going to have a really solid game here for City, is what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that, because I really like John Stones, I feel like this is one of his games where he really needs to step up to the plate, and I'm hoping that he can put in a good performance, and he might get a couple more starts between now and the end of the season. I feel like his City career relies upon putting in some good performances, so if there's a time for him to put in a good performance, now is it. Am I from Stoke? No, I'm not. I'm from Blackpool, currently living or based in Greater Manchester at this moment in time, but from Blackpool, which is in Lancashire. It's not too far off Stoke, if I'm honest. It's about an hour's drive. Going to secondary school for the first time. Is that for the first time, or is it just back at school? City scoring 4 goals. I would like that. Is that Iron LAMP Clips? Hello there, how are you? As Newcastle's run into a bit of space here. Looks like there's a bit of cover in there from De Bruyne. That's excellent. I was just about to say that was Zinchenko covering, but it's not. It's De Bruyne. Back to school. Oh, excellent. What year are we in? What year? We should buy Kimmich. Lots of talk about Koulibaly. City managed to retain possession, but De Bruyne just sloppily gives the ball away. Newcastle came away, but the referee's given a free kick. It did look like a free kick. Show the match. I'm not allowed, otherwise we'll say it all the time. I will be bum. I'll get a copyright strike. Not happening. Year 8, love it. A good year to be in year 8. Many moons ago is what it feels like for me, and I feel well old, but year 8, a nice year group to be in. Not too much pressure of exams, maturing a little bit more responsibility. Good times. Why do you need to go back to school, Dad? Good bit of passing play here from City in the middle, working it out, just switch the play across, which is a good movement down the right hand side. Mahrez cuts in like he does onto his left foot, goes with an early shot, and a good little test there, nice and early on, just a couple of minutes in for the Newcastle goalkeeper. Yeah, 302. Sal Niguez is a good player for Atletico. I'd take him. I don't think City will be targeting any midfielders, if I'm honest, this summer. But yeah, John Stones, it's a really important game for him. The John Stones of the 2017-2018 season would be absolutely perfect, wouldn't it, really? Not really too much to report on the first 3.5 minutes into the game. I know the time is a little bit ahead at the moment. That was just me setting the timer, of course. I apologise for that. The City's got... Oh, no, cut out the pass. I was just going to say they're working it nicely down the right-hand side there. Played Newcastle just a couple of weeks ago in the FA Cup quarter-final. Managed to beat them, of course, in the FA Cup quarter-final at St James's Park. So Newcastle will be looking to try and exploit some weaknesses that they might have felt like there was on that day, and City might be looking to try and work the ball down the wings again effectively, just like they did in that game at St James's Park. I imagine Newcastle will be setting up pretty much very similar, just without Saint-Maximin because he's injured for this game. Takes out a big pacey threat for Manchester City on the counter-attack, which is always pleasing. At least we've had a shot in the first 20 minutes, unlike the Southampton game. Yep, let's not talk about that Southampton game. That was just all round not a good day. We just simply weren't clinical enough in that game. Obviously, a couple of individual mistakes didn't help, just not clinical in that game. And I'm hoping that we've learnt our lessons, been working on shooting in practice, and we can rectify that here and put a couple of decent balls into the box and put up a couple of them chances that we will manage to create into the back of the net. That's what I'm hoping for. A good, confident performance is what I'd be looking for. A couple of goals, a clean sheet wouldn't go amiss. I think that'd be very nice indeed. It's quite weird because whilst we're doing this with these live streams with the no fans in, there's not much to play for City, so I feel very relaxed. Like, I'm normally very pensive before a game, and then adrenaline takes over, and I get motivated for the games. But I just feel so casual and relaxed. To the Southampton game, normally there'd be emotions there with City picking up a negative result that I just wasn't bothered. I don't know if that was to do with closed doors or because we've got nothing to play for. Maybe a bit of both. Ball in from De Bruyne, nicely collected by the Newcastle goalkeeper. Is that AXD Zadam Mac 1? Probably butchering a name there, but hello, you are new. Thank you. Welcome to the stream. I hope you are well. Hope you're enjoying the stream as well. What is the like goal? It's difficult because we can't really set a like goal till we get later on into the stream. We see what's realistic and what isn't realistic. So we're on 37 likes at the moment. But first target. So we'll do it in stages. So first target. Let's go for 60 likes. That'd be appreciated. 1,000. 1,000? No! I don't actually think I've ever had a video hit 1,000 likes. I think the most I've had is around 600. My most popular video. Don't quote me on that. 1,000. You subscribe for Show the Match. I'm not allowed to get a copyright strike. So definitely not. 100% definitely not. 1,000 likes. Definitely. That'd be amazing if we hit 1,000 likes. So let's first target, like I said, we'll do it in stages. 60 will be the first target. I'm very happy if I get to 60 likes for a live stream. A chance here. It's just cleared by Newcastle. I would like to see... Do you know what? I'm a little bit disappointed. We're starting to get towards these dead rubber games that we're not seeing more of the young players on the bench. I know we've got Eric Garcia and Tommy Doyle on the bench, and I'm hoping that Tommy Doyle will get some minutes, in particular if we do well to kick-start in this game and get to about 60-70 minutes with a comfortable lead would be fantastic. But I'm just disappointed. Jayden Braaf is just one of many players that's obviously been called up to the Manchester City first team squad. Harwood Bellis as well, and some others. I'd like to see them on the bench and see what they're capable of and bring them on for some minutes, get them on their debut, give them some minutes, see what they're about, because it looks like we're probably not going to be having much of a pre-season, if any of a pre-season, so it's a good chance to get a look in these next few games, a good look at some of these young players and seeing what they're capable of. And of course, some people are saying that might be the time for Jayden Braaf to step up and get some minutes in possible replacement for Leroy Sane. How can we comment on how good Jayden Braaf is when he's not played a first-team professional football game? You know what I mean? So I feel like I would like to see him on the bench and getting some minutes, but there we go. Pep knows best. Looking forward to the FA Cup and Champions League games. I'm looking forward to it as well. These are games that mean something, if you know what I mean. And I do get that feeling, that adrenaline that comes back for the games that have knockout in them, that there's something riding on the game. Whereas these Premier League games, it's not that important. We just want to get these 4 points and finish second and move on with the season, really. City coming down the left now. Chance to put the ball into the box. David Silva's into some space. Squares it across. And 1-0. There we go. 1-0 to Manchester City. Gabriel Jesus. There we go. He's finding his clinical touch. Manchester City go 1-0 ahead. That'll do me very nicely. Very nicely indeed. 1-0 to City. Perfect start for City as well. We're only 9 minutes into the game. A good ball played across. Gabriel Jesus is waiting in the centre and just puts the ball into the back of the net to put Manchester City 1-0 ahead. What do I think the replacement if Koulibaly, possibly Milan Skriniar, might be targeted? Other than them two, I'm not too sure, if I'm honest. Not too sure. Who would you like Manchester City to sign? Feel like Bravo could be a Sancho version 2. Yeah, I feel like you might be correct. If he doesn't get the required minutes, then City might, or should I say, Bravo might be looking elsewhere for minutes instead. So that'll be quite interesting to see what happens there. City need to hopefully handle that situation smartly, shall we say. It was Gabriel Jesus with the first goal for Manchester City. Ruben Diaz would be a choice. I think he's got a release clause, and Benfica looking for around €80 million, which if City are prepared to spend £60-70 million, then Diaz could well be an option. Is there any other centre-backs that people would like to see sign if Koulibaly becomes unrealistic? Or goes somewhere else? Or Napoli don't want to sell? Perfect start from City, that though. Lenglet. Okay. Another ball comes in. Newcastle this time managed to clear their lines. Yeah, I have heard about De Bruyne's agent speaking. I'll speak about it more in my transfer update if there's enough news for tomorrow. If not, it'll be the day after. Not really got too much news at the moment. I'm keeping an eye on Eric Garcia as well. A lot will ride on the Champions League ban and what happens there, so I'm not going to get a good answer for what's going to happen with City in the transfer market until Monday. Upamecano's a good shout. Riyad Mahrez is playing in this game. Ryan Pike wanting to see any of the Red Bull Leipzig main three. Wisdom for Life Forums predicting 3-1 to Manchester City as Newcastle's got a bit of a dangerous free kick here. They'll be looking to put the ball in and around the penalty spot, you would have thought. It's not a great ball in, doesn't really clear the first line of Manchester City's defence. Heads it clear and it's just hoofed back in for Ederson to pick up. No danger there. He's going for a big kick forward here. Is anyone on the end of this? That's a great ball. Has whistle not been given? And oh, it was nearly an assist for Ederson there. Mahrez managed to get into a good position, get it under a little bit of control and get a shot away. Ederson doesn't look happy. Probably felt like he should have had an assist then. That was a great kick forward from Ederson though. He's an incredible distribution, incredible on his distribution, and particularly as he plays in net. I feel like he'd make a good deep line playmaker in midfield. Any giveaway for the right prediction? I don't really have anything to give away, if I'm honest. A round of applause. An underwhelming prize. Oliver, hello there. Welcome to the stream. I hope you are well. Leipzig and Angelino. Not really heard anything. Negotiating. I don't think Leipzig can afford him. City are wanting 22 to 23 million euros, so around 20 million quid they're looking for. Not being getting anywhere yet. Lionel Messi coming to Manchester City at the beginning of 2021. I wish. Someone left a comment on my video yesterday actually saying why I've not mentioned it in my video, and I just find it really unrealistic. And while it's really unrealistic, I'm just not going to speak about it. I've stopped speaking about Isco as well. Just no need, is there really? Ethan, welcome. Just tuned in. Manchester City 1-0 ahead thanks to Gabriel Jesus. Thank you for tuning in. It's much appreciated by me. Hoping City can push on here and look for that second goal would be good. I think it's very important that City keep hold of their best young players, and Phil Foden, Eric Garcia, Tommy Doyle, Harwood Bellis, these are players that I'd like to see City keeping hold of, giving them new contracts. Keeping it nice and keeping their deals very current, so the wage that they're getting paid and the length of their contract is reflected on their importance to the first team, which I feel like where these rumours of Garcia are coming from. Apparently he's on £12,000 per week. He's been seen as an ideal partner to Aymeric Laporte. He's going to be in and around the first team squad. Minimum, in my opinion, he's going to be at least 4th choice centre-back at Manchester City, bare minimum. I'd like him to be 3rd choice at City as a centre-back for next season. Means that he should have a wage which represents that of being in and around the first team squad. £12,000, whilst it's a lot of money. It is a lot of money. Trust me, I'd love to be on £12,000 per week. Obviously, a lot of players in and around the first team squad are on a lot more. And obviously, other clubs are going to come sniffing around. Garcia will be telling them that they're going to pay him a lot more money. So it's up to City that they keep things very concurrent. It's the same with Phil Foden as well. Otherwise, teams are going to come calling for these young players whose heads will turn. Jadon Sancho is one player that's had that happen to him, and he's prospered because of it. Which I think is excellent. I like seeing young players doing really well. But there we go. It's difficult to say about Garcia being better than John Stones because he's not played as many minutes, really. And John Stones is an England international that's been there, done that, and put in some quality performances at the highest level back in 2017-2018 season. Eric Garcia looks very composed. He looks confident, unlike John Stones. And seems to be prepared by Pep. Phil Foden here looking lively. Onto his right foot, puts a shot away and glances it wide. You can tell it's his weaker foot there. Was an opportunity that for Man City. Phil Foden doesn't look happy. Good individual play that from Phil Foden. Does get a glancing right-footed shot away. It's always drifting. I think even a natural right-footed player would have done very well to have beaten the keeper and scored a goal from that position, if I'm honest. On the right-hand side of the penalty area, under pressure. Looked like it might have just taken a little nick. Maybe that was why Phil Foden was unhappy. Felt like it might have been a corner. Road to 8k it is. The road to 8,000. We've made some serious gains over the last few weeks and months, and it's much appreciated. And while the popularity's there and people are enjoying, I'm trying to push it as much as possible. So yeah, enjoying these watch-alongs. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm enjoying these watch-alongs as well. They're very fun. 2 centre-backs, Koulibaly, Ruben Diaz, Ake possibly at left-back. Okay, it's interesting thoughts there. Do I think we'll replace Bravo if he leaves? I would like to see Zach Steffen. If not, then it all depends on what happens with Muric. I mean, I'd be more than happy to have Muric as our backup keeper for another season, if I'm honest. He never put a foot wrong while he was at City in and around the first team squad. Foden have a big influence on the game, I hope so. Very good young player. Looks very lively, making things happen. Twisting and turning here, City. Looks like a bit too much on that, but he's managed to keep hold of it there, Zinchenko. Working it in around the penalty area and a bit of mix-up there with Phil Foden trying to pass the ball back into the direction, I think, of David Silva. The ball gets cleared. Possible counter-attack here for Newcastle. Matt Ritchie's just turned back and gone back to goal. A young goalkeeper, yeah. I always feel like backup goalkeeper, rather than wasting wage in a non-homegrown spot, I feel like I would just give it to one of the young goalkeepers, really, and give them a great opportunity. I mean, these goalkeepers that we're producing, they're not rubbish goalkeepers. You know, they're not mediocre, rubbish goalkeepers. These are very good goalkeepers. Aro Muric, I'm more, you know, he's a Kosovo international. So I've never seen the point in taking up a non-homegrown spot. We could use it in the outfield rather than in net, but that's just my opinion. That I'm sure lots of people will disagree. I'm not too concerned about Chelsea, if I'm honest. The Scott Carson fan club. I don't even know what's happening with Scott Carson these days. I was looking for clarification and we've not been given any clarification. Thank you very much, City Andy, enjoying the transfer updates. Much appreciated. Someone commented saying Leeds have been promoted. I don't know if that's a fact or what's not. I've not been paying attention to what's been happening in the Championship. Ethan's put 2-0 Mahrez. Unless my stream's behind, it's not currently 2-0. From China, 1:20 AM. Love it. Here we go. City are playing it in. De Bruyne pulls it back. And it is 2-0. It was Mahrez. So Ethan was right. My stream was behind by 30 seconds. There we go. Well done, Ethan. You're ahead of me by about 30 seconds. But Mahrez has put the goal into the back of the net for Manchester City. You know, we're not keeping us up to date because it's not on BBC this time. It's on BT Sport. That little display from the computer back to me there. A little bit of a delay there. But 2-0 to Manchester City. Very similar to the first goal, really. Ball gets pulled across. There's Mahrez. Right place, right time. Centre a goal on his left foot. Slices it into the back of the net. As cool as you like. Fantastic. Nice and simple. So easy that for Manchester City. Pressed high upfield. Brilliant. So simple. This is much better than what we saw against Southampton. De Bruyne with an assist there as well. He's after that assist record. Can't for the life of me remember how many chances there again to make it 3. Oh, good high pressing. I don't know how many assists he's on for the season, De Bruyne. I'm sure someone in the chat will let me know now how many assists he's on for the season away from breaking that record. I think he needs 20 for the record in the Premier League. I'm sure someone will let me know. I'd like to see Kevin De Bruyne winning the Ballon d'Or. Not too sure I see it, but there we go. So is it? If he's on 18, is he only 2 away now? Am I right with that? I hope. City are dominating here. It's a bit too easy, this. Another corner to City. All Manchester City first 22 minutes here. That's brilliant. So he's only 2 away now. I mean, it could come in this game. Maybe. That'd be good. City start to feel rampant, which would be good. Is it 17 or 8? Oh, ball comes in, cleared over. He's just picked up an assist there, so a bit of confusion over the figures. Free to beat it. Might not come in this game then. 33 goals and assists for Kevin De Bruyne. That's crazy. He's had an outstanding season. Kevin De Bruyne has got an assist in this match. He just got the assist for the second goal. But that's desperately unlucky. It was a good ball, that. So it's 18 because he's just out. So is he 2 or 3 away then now? I will put this one out there though. Etihad Player of the Season is out. You can go and vote. It's on the Manchester City website. You just need to log in with your membership to have a vote. You can see the results when you voted of what's happening at the concurrent stage of the vote. When I voted this morning, I voted for Kevin De Bruyne because I think he's been City's best player this season by a country mile. And he was miles ahead, De Bruyne, when I voted earlier this morning. And then I've gone and checked back later in the afternoon, and he's getting trounced by Riyad Mahrez. Riyad Mahrez, of course, got a big fan base out there with lots of worldwide fans, which is seeing the votes going in favour of Mahrez rather than Kevin De Bruyne. I put out a tweet before, so I'll explain that tweet while we're on the drinks break in the game at the moment. But what I'm on about with that tweet was I think Mahrez has had a very good season for Manchester City. He's been much improved this season from last season, and I feel like we're seeing the best out of Riyad Mahrez. He's having his best season in a City shirt, no doubt. Kevin De Bruyne, though, has been on another level. I think he's been outstanding. I think he's been absolutely marvellous. And I said it's just a problem that you have when you're voting for well, you're getting fans to vote for stuff, because I mean, there's other cases where I've seen people get it that haven't played any minutes that have been voted player of the season before, when people are feeling sarcastic when the team hasn't done too well. It's like when you see Twitter polls with Liverpool and Man United in it, and you've got other teams in and around it. I mean, you always, because they've got more fans, you're going to know that Liverpool or Man United's going to win it. And Arsenal have got lots of followers on Twitter, put out votes for their players. I think 8 of the 11 players in the FA Cup quarter-final team of the round ended up making it from Arsenal. So, do you know what I mean? It's all about a popularity contest rather than actual thought. But it looks like Mahrez will more than likely win the Etihad Player of the Season. I think De Bruyne has won it before, so I won't imagine he'd care. I think the bigger award for him is coming as to whether he's going to get the Premier League Player of the Season or not. It's believed to be between him and Jordan Henderson, and whilst Liverpool's had an outstanding season and Henderson's had a very good season, I feel like if De Bruyne takes that assist record, then Kevin De Bruyne, in my opinion, he's had a season that's not really going to be matched anytime soon. But then again, we saw how outstanding Yaya Toure was a few seasons back, and he was robbed of the award, and City's dominated in the Premier League before and not won Player of the Season, so who knows. Will I be streaming the Champions League when City are playing? Yes, I'm thinking about experimenting with the other Champions League games, but it all depends on how much time I've got on my hands. It's a long time between now and August, so I'll be doing the City games, of course. Whether more, I do not know. Watch this space is what I'll say to that. Newcastle getting richer than Manchester City in a potential takeover. I welcome the competition. I hate Mike Ashley. I think he's a horrendous human being. I think he's awful. I don't think it's right how he runs the football club. I think there's owners out there that's just as despicable, if not even worse. I'm just hoping that that Mike Ashley can be replaced. Newcastle can get a new owner, whether that means lots of money for them or not. I imagine Newcastle will just take anybody, really, as long as Mike Ashley's out the club. But they'll obviously be delighted if they're getting someone that's going to invest a lot of money into them. But it remains to be seen what's going to happen with Newcastle. But if I was a Newcastle fan, I'd be very optimistic at this moment in time, and I welcome the competition. Shout, Big Jordan, it's his birthday. Is that your birthday then, Jordan King, or is that someone else that's also sharing the same name of Jordan? Whichever Jordan it is, happy birthday. Shout out to you. Who's the best player at Manchester City right now? It's Kevin De Bruyne. That's why I voted him to be Man City's Player of the Season. Kevin De Bruyne's just been outstanding, hasn't he, really? I'd say I'm surprised, but I know Riyad Mahrez has a massive following behind him. So, yeah. I'm not really that surprised, but like I said, De Bruyne will want the actual official Player of the Season award for the whole of the Premier League rather than just the Etihad award at Manchester City. Let's have a look through the comments if I missed anything else. Pep, I think it's end of next season his contract expires. I was having to think about this before. I'd be very surprised if Pep didn't extend his contract for at least another season, if I'm honest. At least another season. City's breaking down here through the middle. De Bruyne can make something happen. Oh, the offside flag's gone up. Never mind. He was offside, actually, yeah. Is that Jesus? Rodri's had an excellent season. I think there's some... Kyle Walker's another player I think has had an excellent season. Imagine if City did sign Traore, he'd go down either the left or right wing. He'd be perfect if City want to set up for the counter-attack, but in terms of actual ball retention and passing style of football that we have, I'm not too sure he'd suit. So, City are getting linked though. Apparently Pep has liked what he's seen of Traore when he's played City, and albeit Traore has played excellent football against City this season in both the game at the Etihad and at Molineux. I don't know about Leon Bailey. If I'm completely honest, it's all gone a bit quiet. Things seem to be more livening up for Kai Havertz rather than Leon Bailey at Bayer Leverkusen at this moment in time. So I don't know what's happening there. My first ever favourite football player was Ali Benarbia. Traore's Walker on steroids. He is a big lad though, isn't he, Traore? Very big. I'd like Jadon Sancho back as well. I've never seen Bayer Leverkusen play, or I've not seen him play that much, so I can't comment on the end product of Leon Bailey. I don't know. I do not know. Lots of other people have seen more of Leon Bailey than me to comment. I just hear news and report it. How's our stream doing anyway? How are we doing for likes? At the like goal at 60 likes is the first target. So let's have a look at how we're performing towards that as Newcastle just come down their left wing and City's right hand side as Cancelo battles for the ball. So we're on 49 likes. That's decent. That we're only 11 away from our first target. So when we hit that, I'll let you know the next target that we'll be looking for. Not hearing anything about Digne at this moment in time. John Stones commits a foul, so Newcastle's got a free kick here in a dangerous area that City need to defend. It's allowing Matt Ritchie to put a ball into the box, you would think, rather than going for goal. Looks a bit too wide to be going for goal. So it looks like he's having a look at it. He's going to put a ball in here. Does. Newcastle win the header, and Ederson, very comfortable save. Very comfortable save. Needed to do a lot with that header to beat Ederson from there. Does well to get a good header on target there. Ederson's straight at him. Do I think Ali Bernardo and Ayel Berkovic were effective when they played together? Two of my favourite City players during that little era when I first started supporting them. I like them both. I thought they were effective. I thought they did a good job. We used to have hookers, Darren Huckerby up front as well. I was reading some comments, like, because we've got social media, like, you get a lot more opinions. So back in the day, it used to be BBC Radio Manchester where I'd listen on the radio because we weren't on TV all that much. So you get the phone in speaking about the players. I liked Huckerby. Then we moved on to that little era with Joey Barton, and that was up for a debate and opinion about whether you like Joey Barton as well. Good times. Had a little flashback there. Nostalgia. Love it. Newcastle breaking down the right hand side. Ball going to come into the box. It is. So he's just going to put it out for the corner, sensing a bit of danger there. Done well there, Otamendi. You're best just doing that. Sometimes you just best get hold of the ball, just put it out of play, regroup. I don't see Lionel Messi ever leaving Barcelona. Ever. The Keegan promotion year was one of your favourites. Yeah, just when I'd started supporting City and then replaced Keegan with Stuart Pearce. We had that little bit of a crazy season where we had that game against Middlesbrough at the end of the season. Newcastle put a corner into the box. It's defended first time by City. A deeper ball in second time again, well cleared. Rebounded and closed down well by City. But yeah, we had Stuart Pearce, and we had that game, I think, against Middlesbrough where Europa League football, or UEFA Cup as it was at the time, was on the line, and City had a penalty and Robbie Fowler missed. After City did really well to stage a comeback, and we had David James up front. He played in net and he committed that foul. Oh man, love it. Mr. Super Sid, Aaron, welcome. Yo, how are you? Personal Kimembe, is that you say his name from PSG? I'll be honest, no idea who he is. I feel out of touch. Love to see Richard Dunn next to Laporte. Love scoring own goals. Wore his heart on his sleeve. Irish defender Richard Dunn. Love him. Love him. Yes, Aaron, I'm very well, thank you. I'm glad to hear you're all right as well. Hope you're enjoying your week off, by the way. If City win the Champions League, De Bruyne Ballon d'Or, I'd like to see De Bruyne top 3 regardless of whether we win the Champions League or not. I think he's had an outstanding season. Epic tactics. Confuse the opposition. Marquinhos, more of a Manchester City player. I mean, Thiago Silva, is he out of contract as well? Been better, why? Jay just nods it. Back post. Too much squaring across. Could have had a shot. Hart. I can see him going to America. I can see him. City just have a shot there. Looks like it's deflected wide in the corner, yeah. I can see him either into Miami. I would like to see City have a bit of sentiment for Joe Hart and his commitment that he showed to Manchester City in the build-up to him leaving, that perhaps New York City FC might target him. But, yeah, there we go. Message me, Aaron, let me know. I'm nosy. I'd like to know. Someone did just message, but they removed it, saying, "Why have I changed the setup?" I just wanted to get more of a live stream feel to it, if you know what I mean. Getting some of the promotions in there, Twitter, Instagram, email, encouraging people to interact, live chats, live and everything, all interactive. I just wanted to test my ICT skills, my computer skills. I get better at things, you see. I learn, I get better. Thank you very much for liking it. I'm experimenting. I'll more than likely change it again within the next couple of weeks. I tend to change stuff. Max Aarons would be a shout at right back should Cancelo leave. I just feel like Man United get linked with every player that we get linked with. If I'm honest. I feel like it's mostly just done for players to either demand more money from an agent for a new contract, or if there's genuine interest from another club, just link the big Manchester clubs there so they can demand more money type situation. And sometimes the City just coming away with it. Chance for free, good block from Newcastle. And sometimes there is genuine interest from Man City and Man United. And sometimes clubs compete with players, and Man United sometimes are willing to pay more money and stuff. So yeah, that's how it is, really. Sanchez comes to mind. Fred, Bruno Fernandes. These are all players that City have been linked with in the past that United have ended up signing instead. There we go. Oh, come on! Just got a message there. My wardrobe at home is broke. No, I knew today would be too good. There we go. Man United need a style of playing philosophy, if I'm honest. I feel like they'd be genuine contenders. I feel like they need a better manager. I think Solskjaer's done an alright job to steady the ship, but just a better manager. I just don't think he's anywhere near Klopp and Guardiola. So there we go. That's okay, Aaron. Is it where the snap was and it's snapped down and it's gone like... Aaron will know what I'm talking about. I hope. Or is it just snapped? Who do you think is going to win the Young Player of the Year award? In the Premier League, that's a good question. I'd probably go with... is it Saka? The player at Arsenal. I think he's had a very good season. Probably a bit reactionary from me, but I feel like he's had a good season. Skriniar to Koulibaly. Lopsided. Oh, never mind. Yeah, might just need taping back up again, maybe then, Aaron. Yeah. I like Skriniar and Koulibaly. If I'm honest, if City signed either, I won't be too bothered. I think they're both very good football players. I think they both improve our squad, so not going to complain at either. Bruno Fernandes has done very well at Manchester United. He has done very well. Newcastle are putting City under pressure. City managed to escape and come away. HX Medal 5. I hope I've said your name correctly there, your username. Hello, welcome to the stream. You are new. Andrew, you put before, would I do a FIFA series? I've fallen completely out of love with FIFA, and I've grown to detest the game. And so, no, I'm afraid I won't be doing this FIFA series. I just don't enjoy playing the game. I've played it too often. Chance here for City now. Oh, just wide for Phil Foden. Onto his stronger left foot as well. Desperately unlucky there. Just wide of the post. There was a chance that to have near enough sealed the game and made it 3-0, but there we go. Keep up the good work, mate. Most consistent YouTuber. Again from my favourite YouTuber, Junaid Khan. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. I can't believe Phil Foden's a dad, if I'm honest. The young Manchester City man coming fresh from the academy, the new kid on the block, and he has a kid already. Not that I'm judging or anything. Fair credit to him. I feel like if you're ever going to have a kid at the young age, and you may as well be a very successful young professional football player earning thousands of pounds per week, why not? It's up to him. No judgments here on the JSGC channel. There's just in a pop-up there. West Ham 0, Burnley 1. I think it was Rodriguez with the goal there. Nathan Ake. Not heard anything about Nathan Ake. Just might be an option for a City if John Stones leaves and we need a homegrown player maybe. Where do I see Stones going? I reckon Arsenal, if they look for a centre-back, is my option. Worked with Arteta before, ball-playing centre-back, plays his style of football. I can see him if, for a right price. Arsenal maybe. He has been linked with Everton as well. Not too sure I see him going there though. Don't see Everton fans accepting him back, if I'm honest. I don't see Neymar joining Manchester City. Not for €175 million. I just don't see him joining Manchester City. I don't think he has the work rate that would match what Pep demands. Football Madness Day. Your cousin plays for Birmingham City. Who's your cousin? Let me know. Neymar to Liverpool. Again, just don't see him, as De Bruyne has a weak shot. I just don't see him having the work rate for Klopp either. Very technical football players. A swap for Saka, I'd like that. He's just signed a new contract, hasn't he? So, there we go. Joe Redmond. Oh, okay. Keep an eye out for the developments there. Is he playing first team or what's he looking for? Ball gets played across and out for a corner there. Oh, politics, I like it. Athletes overpaid. People like teachers, NHS workers should get paid thousands of pounds a week. I think people choose their profession, so when they go into the profession, they know how much they're going to get paid, so I think they're happy to be paid it. I feel like they could possibly, like handball, that from Danny Rose, possibly a penalty for City. I feel like they should have more support, the NHS and teachers and that, in my opinion. Should be paid thousands of pounds a week. I mean, football's all about sponsorships and players, big players pulling in big money from TV companies and revenue and stuff, and so that's why they're paid thousands a week. On loan at Cork City in Ireland. Is he having a good time in Ireland? Ball gets played across and ball picked up there from the Newcastle goalkeeper. Right, I'm just going to speak about that handball. I'd like to know why that wasn't handball from Danny Rose there. The ball gets played in, his arm, it's out a little bit, deflects off him and goes out for a corner. Now what cheeses me off more than anything is if that ball is at the other end, hits an arm, will get disallowed for interfering with play. Yet something that's outstretched isn't given, and it's something that I will add that if that was in the Champions League, deliberate or not, that would have been given as a penalty. So handball rule quite confusing this season. I say quite, it's very confusing. Doesn't help with a lot of inconsistencies and incompetence in officiating in the Premier League either. But there we go. Nicholas Edwards there. Hello, you sub. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Glad you're enjoying the content for you to subscribe. I'm going to sound really like dumb, but Ireland CP team. What's a CP team? City's got a corner as we enter into the half-time area. Ball comes in, flicks over, heads over the bar, and out for a goal kick. De Bruyne looked hungry for assists today, doesn't he? Good ball in, Rodri there flicks it up with his head, goes flying over the bar. Miles over. Ireland seat, so disability. I'm not entirely clued up on all that stuff. So, are you any good? You good? Enjoying it? Scoring goals? What position you played? Lots of questions here. I'd like to know. That's awesome. Sometimes VAR and referees helps. I think it's always been like that, hasn't it, with referees? Having agendas out there. I've never particularly liked officiating, if I'm honest, in England. Not just in the Premier League. I can't just say Premier League. I've seen officiating in the lower leagues. It's horrendous. Horrendous. Surely a free kick to City there, and it is. The GC used to stand for Gaming Channel. It now just stands for General Channel. Yeah, I've spoken about Upamecano and Angelino and a potential swap deal before. You know, City pay a little bit of cash for Upamecano plus, because apparently looking for around €50 million that City could pay around 20 million in cash for Upamecano plus Angelino to make the deal €25 million. But that's just something I put out there as speculation. So captains of the under 16, only 13 years old. Love it. Free kick comes in. It's flicked over by Newcastle. City are going to have a chance from range. It's well blocked. Played out wide, squared across. Blocked. Zinchenko got to put a ball into the box, goes deep, and out of play. That's frustrating as we've got literally 20 seconds left of the half, or we're going to half time. Clattenburg and Graham Pole as well. Ooh. Howard Webb I'm going to include on that. Academy players would I like to see at Manchester City. It's a difficult one. I'm happy Tommy Doyle's been called up. I think he's a good player. Harwood Bellis as well is another good player. As there we go, it is half time for Manchester City, so I'll get the statistics up in just one moment to do my half time report once I've had a look at some academy players. It's a difficult one. I mean, I called for last season. I wanted to see goalkeeper, what's his name? Daniel Grimshaw. Thought he was quality. I'd like to have seen him being possibly third choice at Manchester City for a goalkeeper, but we ended up signing Scott Carson instead, which obviously has become a bit of a cult hero at Manchester City. Cole Palmer's another good shout. I'm not sure. Claudio Gomez is another player but is he not headed out on loan as well? There we go. Adrian Bernard's another one, good player. Cursed at left back, I know, yeah. So he does actually have a YouTube channel. So is this Football Madness? You have run a football channel, or is it just like a general YouTube channel? I'm going to assume Football Madness. It's going to be a football channel. How many subscribers are you on? How are we doing for views? What videos are you doing? Let me know. Rub it out. No, definitely not. Don't put yourself down like that. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Right, let's have a look at some statistics. Right, well, let's have a look. How we're looking for statistics at this early stage. So, 77% possession for Man City, compared with 23% for Newcastle, 11 shots for City, 5 on target, 2 goals, not bad at all. Nice to see we've shown a little bit of a clinical touch there. 3 shots for Newcastle, 1 on target, 1 save for Ederson with that easy header. 94% pass completion rate. Wow, from Manchester City, that is very impressive. Very impressive. 69% pass completion rate for Newcastle United. City being doing very well on their aerial duels, winning 70% of their aerial duels compared with Newcastle's 30%. 1 save for Ederson, 3 for Dubravka in the Newcastle goal. Other than that, it looks mainly like the defensive stats are dominated by Newcastle, although both had the same amount of blocks in the game. It's interesting. City showing dominating stats there, dominating the scoreline and getting it across, which is always good to be. Let's have a look back at the comments now that we've done a little half-time report. What's everybody thinking for the half-time report? Philip Sandler is apparently heading out on loan. Anderlecht want him for another season. Liam Delap, yeah, apparently doing very well. Interesting to see how he does in the academy next season. See how he does. I reckon it's too soon to see him in the first team right now. We don't want to rush players in. Let them develop first, and then see what they're capable of and introduce them slowly. 329, so 3k views altogether. That's good. When did you start your channel? Good views. What's my opinion on safe standing? I think I'm one of the biggest supporters of safe standing that you're probably going to find, if I'm honest. I like terracing, I like standing. Go to a lot of the lower league grounds. They've got terracing in place where you can do standing. There's just no danger there whatsoever. I've never felt unsafe whilst doing any standing. I'm completely honest, I just don't know why it's not being introduced right now, if I'm honest. I literally don't see any problems. I mean, you go to a lot of away matches and majority of the away fans are more than happy to stand. And in my personal honest opinion, I feel like safe standing would be better because lots of people stand at football games anyway, and I feel like it's more hazardous having seating there with people standing, less leg room. If you've got narrow gaps where you can stand, it hurts quite a bit with the plastic chairs banging and stuff. Yeah, for safe standing, if I'm honest. I'd like to see standing and terracing reintroduced and legalised in the UK. Obviously, they have it for domestic games in Germany. It improves atmosphere. I mean, what's not to like? What's not to like? Yeah, safe standing. I'm hoping it'll be introduced soon. And City have done consultation about introducing safe standing in the North Stand, the family stand. So I presume the family stand would be moved, you would think. To move in safe standing, I don't know if that's going to come in like the first tier or the third tier that they're wanting to do the expansion on. We'll have to wait and see, but City have done consultations that I have filled in expressing that I would like to see safe standing at the Etihad Stadium. Start of lockdown in Ireland. That's not bad. 3k views since the start, since March. It's been started since March, I presume, in Ireland. That's decent, it's decent. Took me forever to get going. I used to get like 10, 15 views per video. Took me forever to get going. Took me about 8, 9 months to actually find out what worked on YouTube. So that's not bad at all. Yo, Luke lad, how are you? Hope you are well. Jaden Braff, he's definitely been promoted to the first team. Should be training with them. Hating the new designs there, Andrew, on the new Puma shirts. Yeah, I'm not real keen on them myself either. Bought this year's shirt, even though I wasn't that keen on it because it was on offer. I wanted to give a Puma kit a try because I'm not a real fan of the Nike ones and the material. I've not found the Puma one to be too bad, but how they look and designs, I see what Puma's trying for, to try and be original and make them a little bit unique, but no, it's not keen, if I'm honest. Don't like the look of them. I think the away kits look better than the home kit, though. That's my opinion. Someone asked before about Morgan Rogers. I'm not sure what's happening with Morgan Rogers. Obviously, with the academy players not playing at this moment in time, it's difficult. Goal. You're going to get 1k subs. Is that what you're looking for by the end of the year? How many subs are you on at the moment, Football Madness? Can I have you? Can I click? I can't. I'll search for you on YouTube. Let's have a look. 329 subscribers, nice. Now I just haven't looked for your channel. First video doing a football challenge with your brother. Love it. Not wrong with that at all. Do you know what, Football Madness? Subscribed. Got your back. Subscribe to your channel. I'll keep an eye out how you're developing and how you're doing. Everybody, if you're watching this, go and follow Football Madness. Go and subscribe to his channel. Upamecano instead of Koulibaly. I just feel like Upamecano's a bit rash when I've seen him play. Sounds really bad that I say like I get Mangala vibes off him. I think he's a very good football player, and I'm sure he's probably going to be a lot better than Mangala. But when I've watched him, I get Mangala vibes. Need someone nice and solid, in my opinion. Someone proven. Someone we know that's going to hit the ground running, which is why I feel like we should be spending a lot of money to think carefully. That's why I'd like to see Koulibaly or Skriniar. I feel like they're safer options for City. What do you mean by that, Andrew Davis, about female football players? Are you surprised there isn't as many? Are you on about the transfer market or the attention to detail on the women's football game? Women's football game is growing. Lots more people are paying attention to the women's game. Obviously, not as popular with the men's game, but it's getting ever more popular, which is good to see. I do keep an eye on what Manchester City doing with their women's team. Always looking for them to be being successful. It's a good growing market, actually, the women's football game. When I was watching the Women's World Cup, there was some good football being played by some of the teams in there as well for transfers. I don't know. I'd probably put that down to not as many rumours around, probably because there's not as much attention around the game. That's what I'd put that down to, as bad as it sounds. It's just, like I said, it's a growing market, the women's football game, but it's nowhere near as big as the men's game, and so there's lots more people working and showing interest in the men's game than what the women's game. But I'm sure, like 5, 10 years down the line, I mean, we might see a huge growth in women's football. You might see people escalating rumours and more attention towards the game. You never know. Who knows? The joys of football. Am I considering allowing followers to call in to speak on football on live streams? I'm still learning the ICT of these live streams to allow people to video call and join in live on the things that I'll be completely honest, I've not learnt how to do it yet. For collaborations and stuff. Something I'd have to learn how to do. I know some of the other YouTubers are for other clubs, and I'm sure there's some at City that probably do that as well, that are more technical than what I am. But I'm learning. Maybe one day. Second half, Man City will be 5-0 up. It'll be good to see City 5-0 up. I'm not sure. Soyun Chu, he has been linked with Man City. I'm not too sure I see City paying the price that Leicester want. Yeah, Matthew Hogg. It's the thing with women's football. So it's going to divide opinion and stuff. Like people are in favour of it. Some people enjoy watching it. Some people won't get behind it. Like I said, I keep an eye on what's happening with Manchester City, whether that be the academy, whether that be the women's team, the men's team. We could have an alien team really, and I'd keep an eye on what's happening there. I've not watched too much women's football though. Do you know what? When the stadiums start reopening and stuff, and City are playing at the Academy Stadium, and they've got the women's games on, I think I'd have to get to a game just to experience it and compare and see what it's like. Really, that'd be quite fun. That'd make an interesting vlog as well. Actually, giving myself ideas. There we go. I'm surprised people aren't in favour of Koulibaly. Based on the comment, I think it's just people have personal preference. I think a lot of reservations come about the age, but I feel like City need proven players right now at centre back. We need someone that can slot in, hit the ground running, someone that's experienced, someone that we know can just go in and be Aymeric Laporte's partner right now, and that's you got to pay a lot of money for that. Koulibaly's 29 years old, good to go. I'd like to see him, but there we go. Wonder who's going to win the Euro next year. Early prediction, I'm going to go for France. Vlog is a great idea. Is that what people like to see? If that's what people like to see, I'd like to get it done. I'd like to go to one of the City Academy games as well, do a vlog there, see what's happening. I think that'd be good. And that would be good. A leader at the back, yes, that is something that we've missed a lot since Vincent Kompany has left. I'm not a fan of the new home shirt. I would like to see England win the Euros. Not sure I'd see them winning it, but it'd be nice. It's always how we feel in England. Right, just before we've got the second half starting, let's just get the things back up. So, moving on to second half. And then the timer. If I could pick any 5 players to sign right now, who would I go for? Koulibaly would be one. David Alaba would be another, left back and centre back, so that's covered that basis. Central midfield. Ooh, I'd really like Thiago. Would be my pick at central midfield. I can see him going to Liverpool instead, but I would like him, so I'll go with Thiago as another. A wing player. I'm trying to keep it as realistic as possible. A player out wide. So up front, I'd go with Haaland, and out wide, it's not been mentioned much, but I'd quite like to see Kai Havertz. But that's just my opinion. Who would you like to see? Sports Talk. Let me know. Belgium should win more, to be honest. Belgium, they've got some excellent players. Eden Hazard, Kevin De Bruyne, I nearly said Romelu Lukaku. Just kidding if there's any Lukaku fans out there. But yeah, they've got some excellent football players. All-round solid team. Should be consistently semi-finals and finals and looking to win trophies. We're having a little golden era, like when England had Gerrard, Lampard, Beckham, Scholes. Should have been doing a lot better, in my opinion. What happened to Alex Telles? Not heard anything of Alex Telles. Ferran Torres, exactly the same. Good player. Not heard anything. Same with Oyarzabal. Not heard anything just yet. Anyway, just before the second half starts, we've got Ilkay Gundogan and Kyle Walker coming on. So City looking to rest a couple of players here. More than likely in mind thinking about that game coming up against Arsenal. So City looking to get some experience for the players. Get them back up to match preparation speed. So Walker's coming on for Cancelo and Gundogan's coming on into defensive midfield for Rodri. Right, second half, we are away. I imagine Rodri's just coming off. He's played some minutes. That City are just keeping players fresh in mind with that game coming up against Arsenal next weekend. I reckon De Bruyne will have a rest as well. Lukaku, I sincerely hope not. Had a good time at Everton. Since then, I've just never been keen. Aguero, I reckon 24 months, 2 years. I reckon he'll do this season, sign a 1-year extension, and then he'll leave the season after. So I reckon 2 more seasons of Aguero. I reckon it might be the same with Pep. I reckon we've got 2 or 3 seasons left. I know his contract's up next season. Can see him signing an extension. I reckon 2 or 3 more seasons of Pep, 2 more seasons of Aguero. Kyle Walker's half Jamaican. Might explain his very quick speed then. Excellent sprinters that's been produced in Jamaica. Very quick players as well. Obviously Leon Bailey, Raheem Sterling. Some good genes there for quickness. Suits the Premier League. Yeah, I've seen that debate before, Edwin. Gundogan moves the ball a lot quicker, so it suits the defensive midfield role. When City are in control, I feel like Gundogan's perfect in defensive midfield. When City's got the backs against the wall, I feel like Rodri's slower pace and his ability to keep hold of the ball suits City better than Gundogan. But when teams aren't willing to play as much and we've got teams on the back foot, I feel like it would suit Gundogan. And I feel like this game would suit Ilkay Gundogan. Now City's got a strong foothold in the game, being 2-0 ahead. I think everything depends on Cass. Doing all my updates and everything, but everything relies on what happens next Monday. New contract extensions, the future of Garcia, the future of Pep, Sergio, Aguero, players that have been brought in, players leaving. Everything relies on what happens with the verdict coming from Cass next Monday. We'll have obviously more clarification about what's going to happen. So, sports talk. So you're going to go for Koulibaly, Alaba, Havertz, Haaland, and Auro Benitez instead of Thiago purely because of age. I think Benitez is a good shout. Just don't see him joining City this summer because AC Milan haven't got a release clause on him until next year. City's kit will be out July 16th. They've got the shop reopening at the end of the week at the Etihad Stadium, and then next week, July 16th, the new kit will be released. I imagine it'll be released before then to go straight on sale for people to buy. Yeah, I think Auro Benitez would be a good shout in central midfield. We're on about for this season, Matthew, with the Champions League, Europa League spots, or you're on about next season? Manchester is actually blue. I've heard that rumour as well. I can confirm it is blue. De Bruyne flicks a ball across. Oh, has he missed? Phil Foden. Back post. Toe pokes it wide. Philip. How's that happened? That should have been put in the back of the net. Gamers would like to see Koulibaly, Digne and Bailey. Who would everyone like to see? De Bruyne should have had another assist there. Great ball over the top. Phil Foden's there to just poke it home. Pokes it wide. He's 3 yards out. How has he missed? 4 yards out. I apologise. Not 3. Looks about 4 yards. Phil Foden looks very disappointed. That should have been put in the back of the net. Because of 2-0 up, I'll let him off. Who knows what's happening with the transfer window. I'm having a lot of fun keeping an eye on what's happening with the developments. Say it all the time. Been saying it for the last 2 years when covering transfers. Is the summer is long, is what I always say. Anything can happen. Anything. The Stockport Iniesta, the Stockport Lingard. Tonight, the Stockport Lingard, yeah. Don't know where the back of the net is. Missed a couple of good opportunities. David Silva misses another good opportunity. Looked like he took a deflection. I don't think a call has been given. Who do I think will be Aguero's replacement? I'm not sure. Completely honest. I do not know. All depends on when Aguero decides to leave. And that's a good catch there from the corner. Comes to no avail. I think City are just looking for that third goal here, and then they'll do what they've done before, just coast us along there, not using up too much energy, and just move on to the next game. We of course know that with a win here, we just need a point if results don't go in our favour to secure Champions League football next season, and we'll look to try and solidify second and then done. Yeah, Aaron, let me know more. What was that all about? Managed to just get a glimpse of that then. What was that all about? Let me know. All we need is Joe. Your manager sounds like goals. Doesn't use a red pen. Doesn't sit on a red chair. Will not wear red. It's me. Hates United that much that she won't do anything involving red. Love it. That is a pettiness that I live for. I don't know about Aguero's replacement. I really do not know. I don't know. Like I said, it depends on when he leaves as to who's coming good at the time. I'd take the opportunity, Aaron. And bring back some maple syrup. Interesting. Yeah, I think it'd be interesting. Why not? Why not? Confident? Am I confident of the ban? I don't know. Don't know. Really don't know. I feel pessimistic. Hope for the best, but expect the worst is what I would say. Is that where it was? Vancouver. Love it. On the Pacific coast as well. Nice. Red throw out my window. Love it. Ben White. He's been linked, hasn't he, actually? He's been linked. She won't eat ketchup. Nothing red. There's a blue sauce. What's the blue sauce? Can't remember what it is now. There is a blue sauce out there. Chance here for City. De Bruyne, right foot, blocked. Blocked well. Works the ball out wide. And City get a throw in. Chucked it out the window. Love it. Love it. Someone commented above there saying, "Give me a shout out." If you're just looking big writings, my finger points. Let me see. Just there. You want a shout out? That's what we do. Anyone can have a shout out. Send a super chat or sticker. That'd be much appreciated, and you'll get all my appreciations. Liam Delap. I mean, I don't know. It's a good shout. It's a good theory, as I always say. It's a good shout. Unproven. I think it's a risk. It's a risk, isn't it? Well, there's a campaign. Jay to replace Paul Merson on Sky Sports News. I want the Paul Merson wage. I'm still waiting for the DM or the email or anything. Not being told anything. I'd love an appearance on Sky Sports News, even if it's like a 1-minute transfer cameo that they sometimes do. But they've not sent me anything. I'd love something like that. Just like I say, I've been on Sky Sports News because I think that'd be brilliant. I think that'd be something to brag about. That'd be brilliant. Dad says hello. Hello. Madison or Grealish? Freakish. Freakish. I'd like to see what freakish is capable of. Oh man. I think Madison's a very dynamic player. Wouldn't mind seeing him at City. Apparently Liverpool were linked once. Once upon a time. Not heard anything since from last summer. I don't think Aguero replacement this summer. Haaland release clause, 63 million active next summer. I don't see Haaland leaving Dortmund for at least another season. So perhaps he's a great goal scorer, isn't he? I know Robert Robinson about Jack Grealish. Just found it funny with freakish. I think that's hilarious. Made my night with that. That's absolutely brilliant. But yeah, I'd probably go with Maddison. What would you go about? I'm not sure. Hashtag freakish. Newcastle anyway, coming away with the ball. Aaron, you just sent me a message. Are you still watching? A bit warmer tonight. Skriniar, Bailey, and we all want free. I've had any contact from the CFG, from the City Football Group. I'd like them to hit me up with anything, but not heard anything. You are watching. What you just sent me there, Aaron, way ahead of you this afternoon. I've already applied. Hashtag freakish. Next time Jack Grealish is on my transfer update, I'm going to call him Jack Freakish. It's happening. Oh, into play. Tackling along. 3-0. There we go. Scrappy finish. Finds its way in. Looks like it took a deflection. I'm going to presume the camera zoomed in on Matt Ritchie there. Is going to be an own goal for Matt Ritchie there. Hashtag freakish free. There we go. 3-0 to Manchester City. Cruising here. Nice balls played in. Oh, that's a good finish. Tries to dispossess Gabriel Jesus. He clears it with his left foot. Takes a deflection off the defender, onto the post, and into the back of the net. And that makes it 3-0 to Manchester City. You would think 3 points. Game over. There we go. I'd like... What do you mean, Aaron, full time? 3-0 still. Still 31 minutes left. Shortening this down. I'll get copyright stricken for any highlights of the game, so I won't be able to do that one, I'm afraid. Super 6. I'm not sure it's going to stay at 3-0 there, Dad. Right. Sports Talk, JSGC. I would love for you to do a cameo deadline day Man City for Sky Sports News. The only downside is we don't do much deadline day business. Chance here for 4-0. No, we don't. We seem to do our business beforehand, don't we? Even so, I would like a little cameo appearance on Sky Sports News. That'd be fantastic. Like I said, that'd be something that I could put on my CV, and it's something that I'd be able to let everyone know that I've done. I think that'd be something that would be absolutely brilliant. There's a very freakish goal. These puns are brilliant. Ugh. Aaron, you're losing me. What do you mean, CFG? Full-time job offer from CFG. They've got something in mind for me. That'll be brilliant. Jack Freakish. Subscribe to JSGC. Bye. Never to return on Sky Sports News again. There's a good ball in that for Newcastle. It is cleared. I'm not going to take Jack Grealish seriously ever again. Yeah, I know what you're on about, Aaron. Why have they got back to me? Do I not check emails regular enough? Is that what you're on about? You're confusing me. Oh, we're just having a bit of fun, Robert. It's fantastic. Like I said, you've made my evening with it. I think it's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. As we've got Raheem Sterling and Bernardo Silva coming on. See? This would have been ideal. Jayden Braff, if he was on the bench, what I was mentioning before. It would have been perfect for Braff to come on. Instead, we've got Jesus coming on, off, and we've got Raheem Sterling coming on, and Bernardo Silva coming on for Phil Foden. Certainly is funny. Really enjoyed it. How are we looking for likes? 59, one more like. There we go. Let's go, everybody. One more like. Let's get to 60 likes. Let's get to 60 likes. Mohammed, hello, how are you? Matt Furnace, thank you very much. There we go, 60. Love it. Next like goal, let's go. See if we can get, for Jack Freakish, 80 likes. Oh, it's brilliant. I'm properly multitasking here. Keeping up to date with everything. Running a busy channel. We're busy at the moment with things happening. Grimaldo. Interesting. Lardy Vardy. We're only 12 subscribers away from 7,100 as well. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I'd like to see Bernardo Silva get on the score sheet. Aguero's injured at the moment. City working it around. Sterling gets a shot away and cleared nice and comfortably. Am I going to get the new home kit? I don't like it, so probably not. I feel like Stones and Otamendi haven't put a foot wrong. I think Otamendi, when he sensed danger, just put the ball out of play, which is what I'd like to see. Free kick given there to Man City. You know, a scoreable range this as well. Thank you very much, Sports Talk. It's much appreciated. Final score prediction. I'm going for 4-0 Manchester City still, which was my original prediction. We're to 63 likes now, to 17 away. Charles, hello. How are you? Hope you are well. Welcome to the stream. Sterling was hacked down. Free kick given. Chance here for scoreable range for Manchester City. New away jersey. I'm not sure, if I'm honest. I imagine it'll probably be the standard, normally around 60-70 quid. De Bruyne is standing over it. Let's see if he can put it into the back of the net. Oh, it's 4-0. David Silva takes it quickly, fooling everybody, and he's put the ball in the back of the net with a tiny little finish there. That's a brilliant goal. David Silva. That's cheeky. For all the players there smiling. Love it. Fantastic, David Silva. He's got a big smile on his face. You know what that could be? And it makes me sad to say this, so I'm sorry for killing the mood, but that might be David Silva's last ever goal for Manchester City. That's brilliant. I do remember 4-0. Still got 24 minutes to go here, so I'm not too sure I'm going to be right with my prediction, but we'll have to wait and see. I have ruined Dad's Super... I've not ruined it, City. I've apologised. Freakish. Oh, man. Love it. Love it. Evan, hello, welcome. Hope you are well. I've had a lot of fun tonight, you know, guys. For such a dead rubber game, match doesn't matter. We've got a fellow ginger coming on now. Is it Longstaff that's come on then? Yeah, Longstaff has just come on. Fellow ginger. That's what we like to see. Deep ball played across. Not going to be a corner, is it? Not going to go out. It's not going to go out. JRP, welcome. Strange day, yeah. Has been a strange day. We all love City. This is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Whew. I've not had a look at DRB. Another Sadio Mane, that'd be good. That's Liverpool took a risk, didn't they? Took a risk with signing Mane, not knowing how good he'd be, and he turned out to be an excellent signing. Newcastle's had 17 final third passes compared with 148 that Man City have had. Levels staggering. Steve Bruce being given another kick by Pep Guardiola. 4-0 up Manchester City. I've not changed the score thing. I'll just change that. It's too busy laughing and having a good time not to be changing the score. 4-0, there we go. Who scored for Man City? So we've had David Silva just score from a free kick. We've had Jesus score the first, Mahrez score the second, and the third was an own goal, which I think's gone to Matt Ritchie. Mo Salah or Sterling? Sterling. We'll back him all the time. David Silva's been brilliant. I heard he's getting a testimonial at City when fans are allowed back in. Man has always been a good player. It's just always like, can he step up to that next level? It's like Van Dijk. They took a risk signing him for so much money. You know he's got the capabilities of getting there. Will he get there is the question. Obviously he has. Proven to be a great success. Robert Robinson, what are you on? What are you drinking today? Your beer? What brand are we on? We're on the drinks talk. We're what, 70 minutes in nearly now. We may as well start speaking about what everyone's on. I've ripped all the labels off mine, so it looks like I'm just on a normal bottle. BT Sport just had a nice little pop-up come up there. UEFA Champions League resuming the 7th of August. City's game apparently going to be on at the Etihad Stadium, which is brilliant news for that match against Real Madrid. City should have a statue of David Silva, company Aguero. Oh, brilliant. From that legendary era. The spine of Manchester City. Should all have a recognition from City, most certainly. Apple juice for life. Love it. Do I see City winning the Champions League this season? Possibly. We've got as good a chance as any is what I would say. Do I fancy Danny Ings at City? Personally, no. Don't think he'd suit us. Don't see him scoring goals for us either. Hello from Barbados. Love it. Tuning in all the way from Barbados. What a lovely place to be tuning in to watch a football match from. That's brilliant. Tommy Doyle should come on. It's what I was saying before. I just don't understand why there's not more younger players on Man City on the bench. Players like Braff could have been coming on. Doyle, Harwood Bellis and that could have been coming on. It was an opportunity last season. We live and learn. We move on. We can see. We go a game. See if we can win it this year. I feel like the club could do I'm just thinking, like, what can they do to honour them? Like naming stands, and they have plaques and stuff at the training ground that's named after them. Like something prestigious. I mean, these players have all been wonderful from City, and they rightfully should be recognised for their hard work and dedication that they've shown at Manchester City. So Yaya Toure, Zabaleta, Vincent Kompany, David Silva, Sergio Aguero. Probably missing some as well. Who've all shown great dedication to City. Wonderful football players. Helped us become who we are today. And obviously we're in the present, but they're making history. It's brilliant. Great to see. Bayern in the final. It's difficult. We've got the draw coming up. Is it this week? I think. So we'll find out who we've got if we get through for the quarter-final, semi-final. And who we may avoid if we get to the final. Well, Atletico and Barcelona are in the competition. I'd say they're also ones to beat. These are very difficult teams. But Real Madrid are looking good for winning La Liga, and we've shown that we're capable of going to the Bernabeu and beating them. So anything's possible. I fancy our chances. Just like the other teams will fancy their chances. I'm most impressed with Atalanta this season. Played some really good football. And they've done really well. Got into the quarter-finals as well. Had an outstanding season. And looks set to get in the Champions League again next season. VAR crushed our hearts, didn't it, really? It meant happiness to crushing disappointment so quickly. It's like someone ripping their heart out of your chest and just chucking it on the floor. I like either of them. I think they're both good football players. I was very impressed when Aura played against us, though, a couple of seasons ago for Lyon. Him and Ndombele formed a very good central midfield partnership. Although I'd take either at City, Benessa or Aura. When Spurs, before they signed Ndombele, I'd have took Ndombele at City as well. He's come to the Premier League, and I don't think he's been too impressive, in my opinion. He hasn't stood out, anyway. Apparently Barcelona are interested in bringing him in. But they're not going to pay for him. They want to swap him, hand over a load of Barcelona's B team players that they don't want. Have they really? Is that true for Atalanta? I maintain the theory that if we'd gone through against Spurs, I reckon we'd have dropped points in the Premier League at some point due to resting players for the upcoming games in the Champions League, potentially against Ajax, and then what would have been Liverpool as well. I do, though, think that if we'd had Liverpool in the final, that we'd have beaten them, but there we go. A City great. I'd say Aguero for his goal alone makes him an automatic City great, and it's going to be very difficult for anyone to displace. I mean, the only way De Bruyne can do that is if he goes on to have an impact like what Ronaldo had at Real Madrid, where he just becomes completely influential in us winning the Premier League and Champions League on a consistent basis. But it's so sweet. It's the first Premier League trophy in dramatic fashion, so Aguero goes down in history for it, and it's brilliant. Chance here for City, edge of the box, blocked. That was disappointing. I think that was Gundogan with the effort on his right foot there. City have won the ball high up though. Chance here to work the ball and get a fifth. Played across, surely. Oh, brilliant save. I mean, that was David Silva on his stronger left foot then. Oh, I'd go for Mason Greenwood. Go, ball gets played across. Oh, wasn't a bad finish that from David Silva either. I'll keep you up to date with what's happening in the game till you can find your stream again, City Andy. We've got a corner at the moment. As Tommy Doyle comes on for Riyad Mahrez. Nice to see a City young player coming on. Nice to see for Tommy Doyle coming on in the Premier League. Corner's going to come in. De Bruyne looking for another assist. City out exactly chucking men forward here. Why would they though? 4 players in the box from a corner. Normally 5 or 6. City instead more than happy just to work the ball. They've gone into coast mode is what I call this. Coasting along. City are very happy with where they're at. So hopefully, fingers crossed, keep a clean sheet. How's our like goal looking? We're on to 64, 16 away. See if we can get to 80 likes. That would be much appreciated. Yaya Toure or David Silva? I like them both. I think they're both excellent football players. Both offer something different. Both very good football players. Messi going to arrive? No, probably not. I think Bravo should be on the bench for a couple of these games. I'm disappointed that he isn't on the bench tonight. Like, it'd have been good to have seen Bravo come on and get some minutes here. It'd have been ideal with City being 4-0 up to have got 20 minutes, but there we go. Hoping in the coming games that we will get to see him. I was just reading a report before that I retweeted on my Twitter that Steven Company put out, that they're thinking of making the 5 substitutes, bringing them in for all of next season as well. And he made a very, very good point that it would be an ideal opportunity for using them extra substitutions to include homegrown players on the bench. And so you can make your 3 substitutions as normal, but if you want extra, it should be homegrown players under the age of 21. So encouraging younger players to be produced. So if Premier League teams want to put out extra substitutions, then it's going to be younger players that are coming on and getting more minutes, which I thought is a brilliant idea. That's just my thoughts. I'd love to know what everyone else thinks of that. I thought that was a great little theory put out there. Why am I 30 seconds behind? I think my stream's about 20 seconds behind real time because I'm having to stream it and watch it rather than watching it on the TV. So I think that's where the delay is, and I think YouTube's a few seconds behind from me actually watching it. So probably why 30 seconds behind. Good grief, 30 minutes behind. Imagine a stream 30 minutes behind. That would be absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I think it's a really good idea. Hope the FA Chiefs and the Premier League and the EFL and everyone get to see that, because I think it's a wonderful idea. Keep the 3 substitutes as normal, but if you want an extra, then it's going to be encourage young players getting produced. Richard Dunn, fantastic player, love him. A freakish mistake, 30 minutes behind. This is what I like about these live streams. Normally if I'm making these mistakes and stuff, I'm normally just going to do a quick edit and crop it out, but live stream we'll just go with it and keep it in. I think it's pretty funny. Adds to the realism of stuff. City on the counter-attack here. Bringing the ball forward into the Newcastle penalty area. Now down the right-hand side. It's not a good ball across, and Newcastle can comfortably bring the ball away. Where would he go to, De Bruyne, if he was to leave? I can see him only going to either Real Madrid or Barcelona, if I'm honest. Because maybe see PSG paying a lot of money, but I don't see City ever selling to PSG with the politics involved between Qatar and the UAE. Tommy Doyle's grandfather would be very proud of him. Recently passed away, sadly, which is very sad to see. So he'd be very, very proud right now looking down on him, making an appearance in the Premier League. Must be very emotional for him. He must be delighted, but very emotional at the same time. But it's really good seeing these City young lads produced in and around the area coming through. It's brilliant, isn't it? Do I consider Gareth Barry I consider him a very good player, not a legend. I think legends chucked about too much these days. I think a legend's when a player shows loyalty beyond what you would expect of a player and shows commitment beyond what you would expect of a player, and goes that extra mile. So I'm talking, like Totti did at Roma, spent 20 plus years there, various offers to leave, always stayed, saw them through the good and the bad times. That's what I'd class as a legend. Again, Sean Goater's a very good player. I'm harsh because I feel like legends chucked out there too much. Tommy Doyle has a strike on goal there, which was saved. trying to get himself in on the goal action there. That'd be great for him to go and grab a goal. That'd be fabulous to see. Joe Hart, City legend. Again, very good player. Legends are what sets out these players from everybody else. And you're looking at like modern day City legends. Vincent Kompany would be one. Captain fantastic. Scoring that memorable goal against Manchester United with the header to help us work towards winning the title. The magnificent goal against Leicester. Various quality performances throughout the season in all competitions. Showed excellent commitment to Manchester City. Was always there. Mr. Reliable. Spent, 11 years at Manchester City as well. Modern day legend in my opinion. Not sure about Yaya Toure and David Silva. These are other players. Perhaps that's up for debate. The only one I'd go for just for that goal is Aguero. Has to go down as a legendary moment. It's a moment that all modern day City fans will remember for the rest of their lives. It's surreal, very surreal, that goal. It's a historic goal, very historic. Everybody knows about Aguero. Everybody knows who Aguero is. Everybody knows about that goal. In particular in Manchester. Helps Man City beat the title, win the title and snatch it away from the claws of Manchester United. What a moment. Absolutely brilliant. I think Phil Foden should pick his own number if he's happy to continue with his... is he number 47 at City? If he's happy to continue with that, then continue with it. If he wants another number, I think he should be free to choose what numbers are available for him. If that is the number 21, then he takes a number 21 shirt. I think it's daft to compare players with numbers of what the previous players have worn. I'm certain that Phil Foden will have a different style and different mentality to what David Silva has. And it's just harsh to compare. Harsh to compare to excellence. I mean, if I was a central midfielder and I was playing for Man City and I got compared with David Silva, I'd be delighted. I'd be ecstatic. He's been a wonderful football player. He's shown tremendous commitment to Manchester City. He was there, Andrew Davis. What a moment. What a moment. I hope he wasn't one of them that left the ground and had to climb back in. I'd be devastated if I'd left the ground and had to climb back in. That's what people were doing. It's pandemonium outside as well. What a moment. What a moment. If there was demand there, I'd love to do a live reaction stream of that, but we know what's going to happen, so it's not genuine. Quick brain teaser. Number did Man City retire? Was it not Marc-Vivien Foé's number 23 that's retired? And he passed away, I think it was in year 3. It must have been 2003 or 4. Some time around then. I was in year 3. I remember going into school in tears when I heard that he'd passed away. Very sad. He was a good football player as well, Foé. Yeah, number 23. Rest in peace, Marc-Vivien Foé. I bet you needed to lie down after that match. I'd have just gone to sleep and woke up the next day. Two Shades of Blue podcast. What's up? Not much. Enjoying the game. Enjoying the live stream. How are you? Are you okay? You having a good time? I hope so. Hope so. We're into the last 5.5 minutes now. City coasting along, 4-0 up, 3 points, nearly sealed Champions League qualification. I would say for next season, but we'll wait and see what happens on Monday with that verdict as to whether City are going to have Champions League football next season or not. Fingers crossed that we do. I know lots of people don't like the Champions League and UEFA and stuff, but I'm always wanting us to compete in it because I'd like to see us win the Champions League. Very what's what I'm looking for? Prestigious. Very prestigious. Watch the YouTube clip of Paul Merson doing that. It's pretty unbelievable. If you want to do collabs with me or anything, just DM me on Twitter or email me or whatever. His links are just, where is it? Getting used to this. Over here somewhere. Paul Dickoff, legend. That goal against Gillingham alone. Again, another prestigious moment in Manchester City history. Puts himself across so well as well. Nope. Having a good time is what I'm having. Highly doubt I'm going to be having too much after having a bottle. Not that lightweight. I've only had one. Promise, one. Not that bad. What are we on? 65 likes. Let's see if we can get to it by the end of the stream. 15 more likes. Let's get to 80 likes. That would be incredible. See if we can get there. 80 likes. So if you're not like the live stream and the video, please press the thumbs up button. That would be much appreciated. As Manchester City looked like that was a foul, but the referee's chosen not to give it. A freakish drink to celebrate the win. That's brilliant. You're down 3 lines of Coke. I'm hoping that's going to be Coca-Cola. I had a freakish amount of drinks. We're having a good time. It's the next best thing when you can't go to the football stadium. You bring what you do on a normal match day, which is have a drink and a laugh with everybody. Bring it home. That's what I'm doing. Imagine how much we was drinking during Stuart Pearce that season when we scored 9 goals at home. Good grief. Good grief. Kean Walsh, welcome. Missed the first half. How we're playing? Cancelo and Foden. Yeah, both done all right. Nothing really to shout about. It's been a pretty solid performance from City. De Bruyne has got an assist. In terms of goals for City, first goal came in from Gabriel Jesus. Second goal came in from Riyad Mahrez. Both very similar goals, squared across onto the penalty spot and put into the back of the net. Then own goal from Matt Ritchie for the third. It was a pretty freakish goal. All the people that's been watching the stream will get that. And then the fourth goal was put in a few moments ago with a cheeky little free kick that went in central of goal to make it 4-0. David Silva. So brilliant. Been a good performance from Manchester City. Diet Coke. Wink, wink. Glad to hear it. Mario Balotelli, yeah, getting fun fact that got 1 assist in that 2011-2012 season. 1 assist, 1. It was that Aguero goal. Crazy. For sure everybody was running around. No problem, Kean. Oh, nearly 5 there. Shot goes over from David Silva. Kevin De Bruyne's having a wonderful game. I'm not sure how old Tommy Doyle is. Still a teenager, I think. If I was to guess, I'd probably say... Oh, so it's 18. I was going to say 19. 1 year out. Yeah, around 18, 19 years old, I'd imagine is how old he is. Still only young. Plenty of chances, I'm sure. League Cup, training in around the first team squad. Great for his development. It's a joke, your channel isn't bigger. I'm trying. Trying. Doyle looks about 12. Oh. We're going in. That's not good. To be fair, I'm 25 nearly and I still get ID'd. When buying alcohol, I'd probably still get ID'd if I did scratch cards, but I don't. That's 16. Oh. Legends, Bell, King Clancy, the GOAT, Bert Troutman as Watching the highlight of that when his neck went in, my neck goes, ooh. I gave my own neck a rub when I see him, when he's seen get clattered and he breaks his neck. And you know, when he goes in for a similar channel, it makes me cringe. It really does. Better than chance. Sterling 5-0. Cool as you like. Into the 3rd minute. 3 minutes have been added on into the 91st minute. Raheem Sterling puts the ball into the back of the net. Comprehensive performance this from Manchester City, making it 5-0. 3 points to Manchester City. My score prediction of 4-0 now has been blown out of proportion. I'm going to have words. I'm going to email the club, let them know I said 4-0. Stop scoring the 5th late on. Didn't need to do that. Wanted to have it look like I knew what I was talking about. No, I'm not. Good finish that from Raheem Sterling. Nice and cool and collective. Pressing Newcastle nice and high. David Silva assist. Good pass across. Sterling onto his right foot and just rolls it into the back of the net. Good finish that from Raheem Sterling to make it Manchester City 5, Newcastle United 0. Just needing a point now, City, to seal Champions League qualification mathematically for next season. Of course, if we get that verdict overturned by CAS on Monday. Newcastle's got a chance here, coming down the right wing. Ball played in and picked up again, loose ball, and City can come away. Could they make it 6? Anyway, someone put in the comments there saying I was better than Stephen, what he's doing it with Esteemed Company and his channel. I don't like comparing, if I'm completely honest. Stephen's been doing it for a lot longer than me. I have a lot of respect for his channel and his growth and what he's doing for the City YouTube community. He produces some good videos, so I wouldn't say that I'm better than him. I'm still learning and stuff, but I have a lot of respect for him. Do I know him? No. Don't know him personally, never spoke to him or anything. Do respect what he's doing, but I respect all the City YouTube channels and content creators that are all doing dedication and hard work, and I like to see them all doing well. Not just my own channel and having success, I like to see them all doing well. I just feel like there's lots of big YouTube channels out there with fan channels, and City have lots of good upcoming ones that I'm hoping that in the next 5 years that there'll be lots of continued progression, and City will have a couple of good voices out there, and I'm hoping that I'll be one of them as well. City song, Zabaletta's one, comparing with Yapstam. It's got swearing and don't want to get demonetised, so I'm not going to sing it, and I can't sing. Do like the Zabaleta one. City Extra produces some quality content at the moment. Follow the stuff that they're doing on Twitter. Brilliant. 9 goals it is in the last 2 home matches. Man City doing very well at this moment in time as the full-time whistle has gone, which sees Manchester City beat Newcastle United 5-0. So that is fantastic. I do collaborations not just with Stephen, I do it with any of the Man City channels. All they've got to do is email me, hit me up, let me know what they want doing, and see if we can get something worked out and get it done, if I'm honest. Just never been asked. Whilst that's that, I'll do things on my own. I've got no problem doing it. Have my stickers for your Panini book come yet? My Panini book's all sorted and everything. The video's live, waiting to do the giveaway, which I'm going to do live on my Instagram more than likely on Saturday morning. So stay tuned for that. No other god there. Can you shout me out? I mean, just said your name, so I'm going to say no. I'm your dream collab, baby girl. Feel like you're flirting with me there. 2 Shades of Blue Moon podcast. Or Blue podcast, sorry. Right, anyway. 5-0 to Manchester City. I am just going to go and get the stats up now so we can do a very quick live match analysis of the game. And then we're obviously going to draw up what's happened, what it means for Manchester City going forward, and then we'll end the live stream there. So 74% possession for City. We've dropped from the first half when we had it as high as 77%. So Newcastle recovered there. They're at 26% possession. 23 shots for City, 9 on target, 5 goals. Much, much better that. Newcastle 6 shots, 1 on target. Ederson had 1 save to make, and he made it very comfortable. Man City had more blocks than Newcastle, which is surprising. 72% pass completion rate for Newcastle, so they managed to get that up in the second half from 69, whereas City maintained it at just under 94% pass completion rate. That is mind-blowing. That is absolutely insane. 4 clear-cut chances created for City. We put 5 opportunities in the back of the net. 20% tackle completion from City compared to Newcastle's 58.8%. So maybe that's something that Pep will look to nitpick at. But aerial duels, once again, very dominating from Manchester City. Newcastle at just under 30%, whereas City just over 70%. So all in all, a very solid performance from Manchester City. Ederson had 1 save to make. Dubravka had 5 saves to make and had to pick the ball out the back of his net 5 times. And if I'm honest, City could have had 6, 7, 8 if they wanted to. One thing for the fair play, and City once got in the UEFA Cup via the Fair Play League, we picked up no yellow cards and no red cards, and it was the same with Newcastle as well. So BT's just put up the latest results. So it's finished 5-0 to Manchester City. Sheffield United, I think, have won. They've beaten Wolves 1-0, and Burnley have beaten West Ham 1-0. And later on this evening, you have got Brighton versus Liverpool, where I'm hoping Brighton can potentially help Liverpool to drop points, because quite simply, I do not want them beating our 100-point record. So there we go. That has been the stream. City Andy saying another good stream. Looking forward to the next transfer video, which I'm hoping will be out tomorrow. If not, it'll be the day after. We've not had a lot of news today, but we're waiting and seeing. Yeah, thank you everyone so much for tuning in. I've really enjoyed myself. I hope you have as well. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. I mean, 71 likes. I'm hoping to try and get to 80, so you never know. In the fallout of the game, we might get up to 80 likes, so that would be much appreciated. So leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you're new around here. Don't forget also social media links. They're in the description below and popping up on screen. Well, they're already on screen if you want to go and search for me and follow me on there. And I'll see everyone again very soon for the next live stream, which will be City's next game at the weekend, which I'm losing track now. Let's see, who's City's next game? I think it's on Saturday. Fairly sure it's on Saturday. It is away against Brighton at 8 o'clock. So 7:45 will be the start of the live stream. 7:45 PM British summer time. I'll see everyone then. So I've been JSGC. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening. Hope everyone is safe and well too. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you all again for the next live stream then, and I'll see everyone for the next video, the next transfer update. So I'll see you then. So I've been JSGC. Peace. Ciao for now. Tint my drink as well.